Hello everybody. Welcome back to another What's for Dinner video. We have got some super easy and delicious meal ideas. This week was a little different because it was Thanksgiving week. So we had a couple meals at home and then the rest of the meals were at family members' houses. I didn't actually, so we had our Thanksgiving dinner, like the traditional Thanksgiving dinner, for lunch on Thanksgiving. So I didn't actually film it for the video, but I did make a TikTok. And so I will have that clip in here so y'all can see what we had. But we did bring home a bunch of leftovers. So we did end up having that for Friday night for dinner. And because we came back home Friday. And then I forgot to film Wednesday. So Wednesday night we went over to his mom's and she ordered Papa John's, she fixed brownies and cookies, and we had cheese sticks and pizza for Friday night. And then Thursday for lunch is when we had our big Thanksgiving. And then Thursday night, we went over to my mom's and she made homemade pizza, salad, garlic bread, and pecan pie and pumpkin pie. So I've got a couple clips of everything, but I will just share, of course, just share what we have. I always share real life over here. It doesn't have to be fancy, just as long as your family is fed. So I hope y'all had an amazing Thanksgiving, and let's go ahead and get started. We are starting off the week with some bacon wrapped hot dogs and some boxed mac and cheese. So I didn't actually film me making these just because they are super easy, but we just took and cooked the hot dogs in the air fryer, wrapped a piece of that ready bacon around them, and then I put some of that stadium style cheese sauce on mine, and y'all, they were delicious. Next up, Luke decided to smoke some chicken. I had chicken stew on the menu, but he was home, and so he just decided to smoke these chicken drums. So he is just marinating them in some Worcestershire sauce. He's going to let those sit for about 30 minutes while he gets the grill going. And then he's going to season them up with some of the John Henry's, Mojave garlic, and then some of the Killer Hogs barbecue rub. And to go along with that, I cooked up some Orzo. I did some creamy garlic Parmesan Orzo. So this is really easy to make. I just did 1.5 cups of the dry Orzo pasta, put it in the pan with a little bit of butter, and you're just going to toast it up just to give it some color. And then in that pot in the back, I'm heating up some water, and I'm going to make some chicken broth. If you have chicken broth, then just heat up about 4 cups of chicken broth, but I just heated up about 4 cups of water and then added some bouillon powder. Once it gets a nice toasty color, I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and then I'm just going to move that around. You want to do that quickly, and then you also want to add in your first cup of liquid quickly because you don't want that garlic to burn because your pan's hot where you were toasting up your pasta. So all you got to do for this is just add about 1 cup of the chicken broth at a time. So it's going to start cooking up and cooking into the pasta and cooking the pasta. So you're just going to keep adding about 1 cup at a time every 5 minutes or so. You just want to make sure that the noodles are cooked through, and you want to give it enough time in between to thicken up. As you see here, the liquid has absorbed into the pasta, so it's nice and thick again. So I'm going to add another cup of the liquid, and you're just going to repeat that each time until the pasta is completely cooked. So here it is. It got nice and thick again. So I'm going to add in some more of the broth. I always give it a taste each time just to make sure how tender the noodles are, so I kind of know about how much to add and how long it's going to take. So after I added in the last of the liquid that I know it needed, I'm going to season it up with some Italian seasoning and a little bit of salt and pepper. And then remember, you already have the garlic in there, so that's going to give it some really good flavor. And then we're going to let that thicken up one last time. Now that it's nice and thick, we're going to go in with some milk. I normally do heavy cream, but since we were leaving, I didn't worry about getting any. I just used what we had. So I just used some regular milk in there, and then I'm adding in some Parmesan cheese. And it just gives it a nice creaminess from the milk, and then of course the cheesiness from the Parmesan cheese. You can use shredded Parmesan, or you can use just the grated like I have. Here is the chicken when it was done, y'all. It was so good. And there is the orzo. I did some sweet carrots, and then I did some cheesy broccoli. Next up, we are going to be doing some baked tacos. I've showed these before. This is like one of those perfect ones to clean your fridge out, and that's exactly what we were doing because this was Tuesday and we were going to be leaving the next day. So I cooked up some taco meat. I'm using leftover chili beans that I had in the fridge, some leftover Spanish rice in the fridge with some queso. And then I opened up a can of corn, and then we have cheese and the shells. So I just spray my casserole pan, add in my shells, and then I just load it up with whatever toppings I have. It just varies depending on what I have on hand. But I always do the rice at the bottom, and then add on your veggies, your beans, your taco meat, and top it with some cheese. So I guess I forgot to get a picture of my plate, but here they are when they come out of the oven, and then we just serve them with some cheese dip and some sour cream, and I'm telling y'all, these are delicious and a great way to use up leftovers. Here is our Thanksgiving spread that we had for lunch. We had a broccoli casserole, some green beans, a ton of mac and cheese. We had some mashed potatoes. We had some sweet corn, some apples. We had some dressing and gravy, some butter beans. And then Luke smoked up 2 turkeys, and we had Sister Schubert rolls. We had a ton of desserts, which I forgot to get clips of, but we had an amazing Thanksgiving spread. So Thursday night, we went over to my mom's for dinner, and instead of having another traditional Thanksgiving, we did pizza. She made some homemade pizzas. She had a deep dish and a regular style with pepperonis and black olives, and then she had a side salad and some garlic bread, and it was delicious. For the last meal on this video, we just heated up our leftovers. We came home with a ton of leftovers. Since Grover lives by himself, he did not want all that food gone to waste. So we have got a little bit of everything that you've seen in the video earlier. think I forgot to mention about the deviled eggs earlier, but we did have deviled eggs. But we just heated it up, and we ended up getting through everything except for the turkey, but we are going to take and make some turkey dumplings next week, so I'm excited about that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a little different since it was the holiday, but still some delicious food to share. I wanted to hop on and mention at the end of the video that I'm doing a sale right now on my Etsy shop. I did it from Friday. It will be from Friday to December 1st, I think is Wednesday. So right now, if you go to my Etsy shop, all my meal planner sets, the lunchbox sets, the $5 stock up, all of that right now, if you use the code SHOPSMALL, all in big letters, all caps, I'll have all the information listed in the description box below. But if you go to my Etsy shop, use that code at checkout, you get 10% off your order. So I'm doing just a small business sale since it's Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and I guess Cyber Monday since I sell stuff online. So that coupon code will be listed in the description box below. So don't forget to use that. If you've been curious about or wanting to purchase a meal planner set, right now's the time because you can get 10% off your order. So make sure you go and check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.